Snapchat.
Snappy.
Mm-hmm.
We're here.
Rubble.
Rubble. Good morning, everybody. This is Flatlands Podcast, introducing you to whatever bullshit we come up with today, because, again, we are unscripted.
Unscripted.
Also, a service announcement for everybody out there listening to us. Our special guest, Josh, is not in attendance today, but he is officially the third host of Flatlands, the podcast. Woo! So how do you feel about having your cousin on here?
I don't know. I guess we'll have to see how he does. He's gonna have to be, trial by fire.
Yep, he's stuck now.
Oh yeah, he's stuck.
Hopefully he can get his intros down, his outros down. We'll find out when the time comes, right?
I think it's gonna be probably a little tough for him at the beginning.
It took us a little bit.
It did. Yeah. I remember, oh dude, I hate listening to our first episodes. Like anyone listening to this episode right now, I recommend do not listen to our first episodes.
And if you're Candy Gumdrops, which I'm pretty sure you have been with us ever since the very beginning because you commented on episode number 1, you understand that our first episode sounds like crap.
Well, so
and we thank you for listening to so far all of our episodes.
So far that we know of.
Yes. As far as we know, you have. We get one listen every time a new episode comes out from the same exact state, and that would be the great state of Michigan.
Yep.
And I believe that is where Candy Gumdrops is from, because it was also the first state that was registered on our analytics for Podbean.
It could be Watch That or Not. They're one of the others.
Could be. But I don't see that at the same time because they have actually commented on a couple different episodes.
This is true. But they also did tell us that our quality had improved.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
They really did. Like the robots are taking over, or the machines are taking over.
Yeah, the machines are taking over from Big Questions. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
That really was, yeah.
That was when we first started raising the bar on our shit.
Oh, yeah. And then we did Steven's Corner, and then we fucked ourselves.
We were just like, how the fuck do we do this?
We can't keep this up.
I don't know. Oh, shit.
Especially since we got kicked out of the studio that day by our own hand.
Yes. Oh, my God. Dude, I hate that happened.
Oh, that was so bad. We were, 2 hours trying to find a way in?
Yeah. We could not. Every single thing we did not work. We tried to find as many different ways to get in as fucking possible, dude.
Because your keys were in the studio. Your phone was in the studio.
Yep.
My keys were in the studio. Yep. I at least grabbed my phone.
Yes.
So we were, and thankfully my watch is also operational without my phone.
Mm-hmm.
It is its own cellular network and everything. So at least I had contact to get my spare key to the car.
Yeah.
And be able to go home.
Mm-hmm.
But that still left my keys here, your keys here, and your phone here, and you using my phone to contact anybody and everybody you possibly could to get up here, just for us to show up the next day, find out somebody was here, and we could have gotten in by them.
Yep. We did as many secret agent movie type of shit as possible.
We James Bond the hell out of that.
Yes. Yes, we did. We thought like, oh, we could sneak over through the ceiling
because the studio has the rafters visible.
Yep.
Nope, that failed.
Yep, because it's walled all the way to the top inside the studio. So there's
and you're like, I know there's an attic. Maybe we can find the attic access.
Apparently,
never could. No, nope. There's only the attic access to this area that was behind the locked door.
Mm-hmm. And we couldn't. We tried to open the locked door, but it wasn't until like our final attempt that we realized that's
2 hours later.
Yes. Thank you, SpongeBob, French narrator man.
Yes. You got it.
Yay. I get references.
Sometimes.
Yeah, except for, the squirrel thing from The Great Wasp War.
Yeah. If you haven't heard that, you should go listen to how he doesn't understand how the squirrel loses his nut.
Mm-hmm. And then how that got into a whole porn conversation. That's fun.
Yep.
But we tried to go over, couldn't do that. We climbed onto a roof to see if we could get in, couldn't do that.
Yep.
We climbed. we we got random odds and ends of things to try to see if we could get in. We even got to, before we went onto the one roof that actually goes over the studio, to see if we could try to get in that way. We climbed up its ladder, and that's how we discovered it's a false ceiling throughout the entire building.
Yep. And at least on this floor.
Yeah, at least on this floor. And we're like, okay, maybe that way we can maybe sneak through and crawl. Nope. That didn't
couldn't
work.
do that either. There was no support beams anywhere near us to do that.
Nope. Because you'd be having to support yourself on the rafters, and if you fucked up,
and there was no rafters near where we saw that it was a false ceiling, so we couldn't get to the rafters to even attempt that.
Yep. So it was like, all right, well, this is shit.
Yep.
I remember we even went to the bathroom because you try to see, is there a way for us to go from the bathroom in?
Yes, to at least see if we could get there onto the rafters and climb across.
Yep.
Nope, couldn't even do that.
Nope. We grabbed random odds and ends to stack it because we didn't have, because the ceiling is pretty high up from the actual floor of the second floor.
12-foot ceiling up here?
I think.
Looks like a 12-foot ceiling.
From here, possibly, but from out in the hallway.
It's a 10-foot ceiling, I think, in the hallway. So, yeah.
So, but we didn't have anything to stand on because there was no ladders. So before we grabbed our odds and ends, we were trying desperately to find maybe there's a master key somewhere. Like maybe one of the janitors left it somewhere or it got stuck somewhere and we were able to grab it. Couldn't find a master key.
And then the people that we contacted when we couldn't find the master key were all out of town.
Yeah, or they were about to go out of town, so they didn't
answer. They didn't have the ability to come to help us.
And
but we ultimately got in eventually. 3 o'clock the following afternoon.
Yes.
Thankfully, my car had the keypad on this, is a Ford with a keypad on the side of it.
Yes.
So I was able to at least access the car to get in and out of it. But we still needed a key to start the car. Can't really start the car when my keys are locked behind the door that I can't get into.
I remember we were in there. I was thinking, is there a way we could try to get food here? But then I remembered, wait a second. We tried to, one time when I was recording here, we tried to Uber Eat, like Whataburger. And we weren't able to do that because no one picked up the order because how our town is, everyone pretty much goes to sleep at the same time.
That's when you typically go with like DoorDash in this town because they will actually tell you if there's a driver available or not. Yeah.
We didn't do that.
Uber Eats doesn't actually do that from what I've noticed here. And plus Uber Eats tends to be more expensive. So I go with DoorDash because if there's not a driver available, everything will be labeled as closed.
# not sponsored.
Yes. So DoorDash, I love you. Y'all have been good to me. So sponsor us, please.
Yes. I was thinking of that because I'm like, if we're going to be stuck here. But it's a good thing you had a roommate because I could have called and gotten a spare key of my car, but I wouldn't have had my apartment key. So I still would have been stuck.
Yeah, I at least am. And I also have the ability to open my front door with my phone.
Yes.
Which we had. So I don't need a key to get into my apartment. My apartment's front door is keyless entry. I have a little fob.
Either way, I would have been fucked because my phone was in here. So if I was living in the same complex that had that fancy ass technology, I would have been fucked either way.
Yep.
Because my phone was stuck in here along with my keys. So
the only downfall is for me is if my phone was locked in here, my watch would not be able to open my front door because I cannot download that app to my watch. But at least again, I have a roommate. All I had to do is call him like, yo, I'm outside the front fucking door. Come open it. And he'd be like, fine, I come open the damn door. And he'd come open the door and we walked right on in.
Yeah.
You slept on my couch that night, though.
I did. I enjoyed it to a degree.
Turned on the TV, put Terminator on, said, you can do what you want. Here's the fucking remote. I'm going to bed.
And I watched that whole movie and then fell asleep.
Yep. And I heard that movie until I went to sleep. Yep.
That's how you know we're good friends.
Yep.
We watch movies while listening to them, trying to sleep.
Yes, and apparently my watch says I'm working out right now. I've burned 49 calories just sitting here.
That's how excited you got thinking about the whole thing. You even maxed out all your steps, your goal steps that day.
Yeah, my watch preset goal steps is 6,000, and I went to 10,000 that day, walking all over this fucking building.
Because we went downstairs, grabbed a table. Because when we were trying to go over, we went downstairs, we grabbed a chair, we grabbed to the other break room, we got a chair, we grabbed a table.
Because we couldn't even get to the break room on this floor.
Yeah, because it requires the key to get in, because it's a break room conference room.
So it's locked with the fob. And so we had to go to the other one downstairs. And then we grabbed a chair, came up, realized, well, the ceiling's too tall.
Yeah, so
we got to go get the table now.
Yes.
Put the chair on top of that table, which we then had to go up the elevator.
Yes.
Thank God this building has an elevator.
I know. Because it's like, Thank God for the ADA law.
Right?
So it's like, all right, cool. So now we got to take this up the elevator. At first, we couldn't get the table into the elevator, but then we're like, wait a second.
Butterfly it.
Yeah, we had to do it all that fucking weird way.
Twist here to go there. Okay, it's in here.
Yeah, and then going out of it.
Yep.
And we found out, can't
even go over the wall.
Nope.
With the false ceiling there.
And then we climbed up into
the wall physically goes all the way up to the physical rooftop ceiling.
Yep.
So there was no getting in.
Because we thought maybe there was a way to get in from the roof, the roof of the
which
studio.
is why we went up that ladder and onto that rooftop and found out that the only opening was the one we came through.
But we were able to look through this one window and saw that there was a Nerf dart.
Yeah, we did see a Nerf dart, which I don't know why there's a window there anyways.
I don't know. It's like for that side of it. Like, okay.
You can't even see that window from in here.
Yeah, because that where that part is, that's the elevator shaft.
Yeah, that's the elevator shaft, 100%.
Mm-hmm. And it's like,
and it's on the back of the building, so why would you even?
You can't even see it from that back.
I know,
of the
but
building.
this is it. It's on the back of the building, so you can't see it at all, and nobody can see it from wherever you're at.
Mm-hmm.
So why did they physically put that there?
I
for
wonder
the
if they did because
side?
it's on the east side of the building. If maybe
for
that
the house
allows
is behind.
Yeah, because the east side right there. Maybe just because when the sun,
natural lighting.
Yeah,
I can see
that could be why they did it.
I can see that too. Yeah,
but yeah, we're looking there because I remember the Nerf war that happened here. That is why that got up there.
Why haven't we done one here?
Because we just haven't. It would be.
We
fun,
do them in
though.
my apartment all the fucking time.
I know it would be fun. Like we had a lot of fucking fun with Nerf war here, dude.
Who was all here for it?
It was everyone from the guitar studio.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
So it was.
We should totally do that.
Adults and kids and all this shit.
We could do it with the new ones that we got now.
Mm-hmm.
Those nice little rival foam balls that we have now. Yeah.
Well, see, when we were here, this older guy, they were like, "Hey, Jonathan's in the military, man. You should give him those like MVGs so he can see." And he's like, "Yeah, these are real MVGs." He handed it to me. I put them on, and I'm like, yeah, they are real MVGs, all right, because they say NVG on them, and everything is tinted green, so they're real.
Oh yeah,
I'm definitely seeing in the dark now.
The number one way to tell that they're real, everything's green.
Yeah.
But not that when you look at the sky that you see millions of stars you never knew were fucking
that
there.
Everything while the lights are on, you're not getting blinded because the lights were on. It's just everything is tinted
real
green.
NVG will blind the fuck out of you if the lights are on.
Because I put them on and I'm like, because they did look real. They did look real from the outside.
Tells me they're airsoft.
Yeah, they were. But I was like, nope, these aren't real MVGs. Like they were not.
And real NVGs are heavy too.
Mm-hmm. Because these weren't even what are they called? I can't remember the levels of them, but it's like the first very low level.
Mm-hmm.
That used to be the top level, but it's not anymore.
Well done. That was a great workout.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yes, we're exercising, ladies and gentlemen.
According to my watch, apparently I did that for 13 minutes and 8 seconds, burned 66 calories.
Yeah, reminds me of the whole ass grab thing we had at Walmart, little exercise thing.
Yeah, I know.
and step, and grab and letting.
Yeah, and squeeze.
And squeeze, and pull.
Somebody's using masturbation techniques that he learned as a child.
Oh,
is this how the penis grows?
Is this what happens? Mommy, my penis won't go down.
Mommy, why did it get 3 times bigger around?
Why?
Son, it's swollen.
Son, that's what happens when you don't go to sleep on time. A monster comes out. That's so fucked up, dude. Oh, but I mean, it's like, but yes, that was a very interesting night, though.
Yeah, still cannot believe we got locked out of here.
Well, see, and the thing is, too, is afterwards when we realized we couldn't go over, and then especially when we realized we weren't going to be able to open that door anyway, that's when it's like we wasted
two
fucking hours.
Just for me to walk in here yesterday and be like, if we had a hanger, do you think we could have stuck it through and pulled the door down?
but there was only one janitorial closet that was open, and it's the one on this floor, and it's the only one that's open in the entire building, which doesn't make any sense to me why that one's always open. But none of them.
It's also the one that doesn't seem to really have any cleaning supplies in it too.
That too. It has that one like sink thing.
Yeah, for like a mop bucket or whatever.
Yeah, and that's it.
And then it might every now and again have a vacuum in it.
Mm-hmm. But it's like, God damn.
That is never happening again. I make sure you have your keys and phone every single time.
I always make sure I have the keys because when I've been in here before, we've almost gotten locked out. And luckily, I or this other person has their key, and we're able to get in.
Mm-hmm.
This one time, I forget my. Actually, it's not the first time that I've gotten locked out of this studio.
That's the first time nobody came to your rescue.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because another time I got locked on the roof.
Yeah, and I came to give you a jacket because it was cold out that day, and you texted me saying, I'm freezing my ass off.
I didn't even know you came.
Yeah, because by the time I got here, the other guy was already here to come let you out.
Oh, yeah. But I got
That was back when he had his F-250.
Yes. No, I think it was 3.
It wasn't a dually, though, if it was.
Yeah, no, because he had a 3 that was a dually, and then he got rid of it for one that didn't have a dually.
Either way, it looked
now
the
he
same.
has a new F-150.
Yeah.
But I was stuck, and it was at that time of year when it started to get chilly.
When it's warm during the day.
Yeah, but it's cold
at night.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it just progressively got colder and colder as the night wore on. And I think I was on that roof for about 2 hours, before
you were,
before he finally came. That sucked.
At least you had your phone.
Yes. I ran in circles around that roof just to keep myself warm. I was exercising. And that was the time I wore my Fitbit.
Yeah, at least if you think about it, though, if you really need to just curl up and huddle, you could have done it where the door is at because it's a perfect little corner to just like back into, and it kind of angles the walls towards you so your heat would radiate back to you a little bit more.
Kind of, sort of, yeah.
Yeah. This is what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Walmart and I'm going to go buy you a survival blanket and we're just going to leave it on the roof.
Put a do not touch sign on it, so no one.
Put it in a Ziploc bag and just staple it to the side of the wall.
That was so annoying is I don't even know how I got locked out there because, as you know, you've been on that rooftop.
You must have pushed the handle.
I guess I don't know because there's no fucking reason why that should have.
Yeah, because that door should not lock whatsoever unless you push the push button lock on the actual knob itself. Because you can't lock the deadbolt from the outside without a physical fucking key.
Yeah, which makes no sense why they have a key on that door like that.
It's probably just a cheaper door setup than buying.
Yeah, I guess. You've seen doors with that.
You can buy doorknobs. Yeah, where it's just a solid.
A solid thing where no key would go in there anyway.
Maybe it's in case somebody locks it and they're up there and they have the key. It could be a backup.
Yeah.
Because like my mom has locked me out in the backyard of her own house because she'll just lock the back door for no fucking reason.
My dad's done that to my mom. So my mom got so pissed off of that.
Oh, yeah, because didn't she leave her keys in the house? And so she had no way to get in the house?
Yes. And she was sitting on the front porch swing.
In front of a window.
In front of a window. My parents, they have 2 doors in the front door. They have that glass screen door.
The screen and then the
regular solid wood door. So my dad, he locked the screen door and the wooden door, which meant he had to walk up to the screen door and had to lock it, which... There's no reason in hell that he could not see out of at least peripheral vision that swing was moving.
Yep.
And because my mom has a cat and they have that little cat seat thing in the window.
Yeah, the blinds are always up. Always open.
Yeah, enough so that...
Up and open, sorry.
Yeah, so that way they can do that.
Yep.
The curtains, from what my mom said, weren't closed. He still had to do that, and then he closed and locked that door. He locked the garage door as well, and also the back door, because they have a keypad thing. So mom even opened the garage door, tried to go in. Nope.
And your dad being deaf,
cannot hear anything.
She couldn't knock on the door or nothing. And depending on where he's at in the house, depends on if the doorbell would even signal for him.
He's locked me out of the
y'all
house.
have a special doorbell for him.
Yeah, that flashes, but it depends on if he's in that room or not.
Exactly.
And he never keeps his phone on him. And the thing that's
he always complains about you and your mom's not keeping your phone.
He's like, you guys need to have your phones on you just in case it's an emergency and I need to contact you guys. And it's like, you always leave your phone plugged in all the fucking time. So why are you bitching about us? Because mom texted him. She even called him on his video phone since he was in the living room. Somehow still didn't notice her waving through the fucking window. It's like, God damn, dude. So he's locked me out before when I was younger. I was pounding the fuck on his window at his office, hoping maybe he would feel the vibration or maybe it would vibrate the wall enough to where you see the paper move.
Yeah.
Nope. I sat outside for 4 hours waiting for my mom to come home. And my dad never checked on me at all for those 4 hours.
At least for me,
I know
all I have to do is
not
jump
even
a fence and go to the front door.
Right. I was not even a teenager at that time. So
good thing you grew up in a safe neighborhood.
Right. That was literally an alley away from a not safe.
Quotation marks. Safe. Because a murder happened right behind your house.
Exactly. There's been
in the driveway.
Busts. Yeah,
in the fucking driveway.
There's been drug busts and all this other crazy shit. Literally an alley away from my house.
Right, yep.
So
Cross that alley, bad neighborhood.
Exactly.
You're right there.
Yep. But it's like for some reason that cul-de-sac was a good neighborhood and then everywhere else was shit. Don't know why. But guess we got lucky, I guess. And
maybe it's because Fox News can see down that street. And they're like, well, let's be on the news. Let's be famous.
We can't be famous on this one. But
yeah, there's a fence that blocks them off.
Yeah, but I was going back and forth. I was out for 4 hours. I'm not a teenager yet. So I think I was younger than 12 actually. And
wow. And your dad didn't even bother to check on you for 4 hours?
Yeah, didn't check on me. Because when we came in, my
parents
asked,
have done that, but my neighborhood when I was that age, I could ride my bike damn near anywhere. I was playing in the fucking alley. Now you can't do that in that neighborhood. It has dropped quite a bit. But I could go anywhere I wanted on a bike, whatever. My parents would never really worry about me because it was a good neighborhood. But with the neighborhood right behind your house being the shitstorm that it was.
Yes.
And still is.
Yes. And my mom was pissed, dude. She was beyond pissed at my dad because it's like you didn't even get up from your office chair for 4 hours to even make sure to see if he was in the room.
This is why he does not need that high dollar gaming chair. It's too comfortable.
Well, see, that gaming chair, he actually didn't get a nice high dollar one.
But still, that chair is too comfortable. He needs to go and get a $20 office chair at Walmart that he has to put together that he will never put together.
Yeah. He finally put together his chair. Did you know that?
Yeah, you told me that.
Yeah, he finally did. After my mom bitched him the fuck out for it. But guess what? He won't do. He won't fix. No, he'll sit in it. He threw out the old gaming chair.
Wait, he actually threw it out?
Yeah, but he won't finish
I figured
it
he
in the
made
bathroom.
the other one and just threw it in the corner somewhere if he could fit it in the office. And then just left it there. I could see your dad doing that.
Dude, the way my dad is, bro, is like books for shit that you don't need, that are out of date, that don't matter anymore.
No, what really gets me with your dad is when you moved out, you told your mother, that's going to be my photography studio. And your mother's like, no, you have an office. You don't even use your photography stuff. You don't use your cameras. You don't use this $2,500 drone setup you got. You don't use any of this shit. It's my office. Well, okay, well, you can have half of it. No, you can't because you'll take the whole damn room if I even give you half of it.
Yeah, because he's like, office I could do stained glass. And my mom's like, you still have a whole stained glass setup in the garage. Because you know where that stained glass setup is, right?
And at the same time, you still haven't fixed the damn bathroom.
Exactly.
Why am I going to give you a room when you're not going to touch it? He'll put all of his shit in it, and he'll never step foot in that room.
Well, it's like even his stained glass setup, dude. Like he put those 2 tables there, that are L-shaped, and that one, like that little lift part, in the garage. He put those there. If we were to go to my parents' house right now, like if we were to leave here right now and go to my parents' house, I could show you his soldering iron is still in its thing with a nice thick layer of dust on it because it hasn't been touched in decades now. And because he used to do it, he has not done stained glass in over 20 years, dude.
And he was trying to take over your room that you moved out of 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And said he was going to start doing it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
Dude, that just hit me. He hasn't done it for 20 years because I remember I was like 6, maybe 5 when he stopped. So it's been 20 plus years since he's...
Yeah.
God damn, dude. But that shit would literally be there and not...
But see, here's the difference. Like, my mother is kind of similar. Like, she wanted a table saw because my mother wanted to make her own Queen Anne furniture, which is some high-dollar furniture, but it's cheaper to build.
Right.
All right. She wanted the table saw. She wanted the routers, the drills and all this shit to do it. She never uses her table saw because she saw the videos of if the blade catches a knot and you're not standing in the right position, it'll impel you with the board that you're cutting. But she at least still makes me and my dad build her shit and use it. So she may not use it, but she forces other people to use her shit.
My dad has a table saw that he doesn't use. I have a table saw that never got set up. And my dad took ownership of, so I don't own it for some reason. So,
okay,
that's a thing. He has a smoker. It's one of those. It's supposed to be like an indoor smoker. You know what I mean? And he doesn't use that at all. My mom bought that for him for Christmas so he could smoke, and he never smokes it. He has I don't know how many fucking countless of tools, and he never touches them except for rarely. Dude, my dad just his
your dad, if he doesn't use it, he doesn't use it. He doesn't even get other people. He doesn't even let other people use it.
Yep.
My mother at least forces people to use her shit.
Right.
So
I don't touch it, but you can. But him is like my dad's like I don't touch it, but and you can't.
My mother still harassing me because I still got to build her 2 side tables and a coffee table to match the table I built for under her mirror in her living room. So, I mean, she's like, when are you going to finish my furniture? When are you going to finish my furniture? I'm like, Mom, it's been 112 outside.
You know what?
Fuck your furniture.
You know what you and I need to do?
What?
We need to legit build a desk for me. Because I'm getting, my desk in my apartment?
Yeah, that's not really even a desk.
It's more of like a side table.
It's a side table with whip.
Yeah.
That is a island for a kitchen.
There you go.
That's exactly what that reminds me of.
But we need to build a desk for me. I've been wanting to do it for a while.
Yeah, we can get my dad's truck, run down to Home Depot or Lowe's and buy all the shit and throw it in the truck and drive it to my parents' house. Like,
and then boom.
All right.
Because it would be nice for me to have a desk where, my rack gear, and I can actually, because I had that shit there, I can actually mount it.
You can take
into
everything
the desk.
out. Yeah, you can take everything out of the rack, and then we can bolt the rack to it.
Yeah, and then put
all your shit in it.
Yeah, in the desk. That'd be nicer for cable management. Also, my computer can sit there, and it's not catacornered off to the side, all weird and wonky. And I'll have more room. But we need to do that. And my dad, he wouldn't do that. He would say he would do that, but
see, we could also make it twice as big as your current desk, as I air quote this thing. That way, you can still sit in the middle. And have your rack on one side, and you can go ahead and have a setup for another rack's placement on the other side, and then your laptop can still go. That way we can make it big enough for you to double up.
Yep.
So yeah, we definitely do that.
Yes.
Definitely need to do that for you.
Yes.
And then when we get enough space,
build our table.
We're building a podcast fucking table with our mics built into it.
Yeah.
Please help us.
Please support us somehow. Share this with your friends. Let them know you love our podcasts and you just want us to be able to do it better and more and shit.
Yes.
Yes.
Everything he said. Yeah, we got to build your desk and build that table one day. Yeah, your desk is more needed now. Your setup is. And plus, we can make it just as deep and everything too.
Yeah.
Because you're comfortable with that setup as it is now.
Yeah. I mean, I eventually want to get a deeper desk.
But right now,
my current,
which you could, but your desk would then have to go in your living area. Because you don't have a dining table in your dining room area.
Yeah, but
since it's one open floor plan.
Yeah,
that's the only place you could put it, but that kind of defeats the purpose.
Yeah, that would be for the acoustics.
Yeah, the acoustics are off, and you're not used to it. You'd have to take forever to get used to that.
Yep. So, rather not.
That's definitely on the agenda. Whenever you get the money, you decide to want to go build your shit. We can do that. Definitely do that.
Yes.
You can also start Googling plant ideas.
Well, see, there's this one desk that I really like that I would like to get some type of, I mean, that's going to be for the deeper desk design. Yeah. I would like to get some type of things. But there's other desks I've seen that I would like too. Because, see, I can also, the rack size that I have, it's a 6U. I might do because I have 4 pieces of gear right now. I'm not planning on adding anything yet for a while. I might do maybe a 2-2 and buy 2 separate sets of ears and do a 2-2. So that way I have them on both sides. So I have my interface and then obviously my power adapter and then my 2 headphone jacks. I have my headphone amps.
Well, I figure we can make it bigger anyways. We could put a 6 and 6 on each side.
Yeah, we could do that.
And then we could even have 2 and 2
angled too. Yeah. Like a 45. So that'd be nice too.
Yeah, we do all that because I mean, we can make it as big as we want, and that as you want, and then that way, if you decide, well, let's add this to it, you could just like, well, I don't have to worry about not having enough space for it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we could even add things if we wanted to. We could make a cabinet the door could come off, and eventually, if I get more gear, that can also become a rack.
That's what I'm saying. We could do it where everything's on one side for now, and then we can put the rack in already.
Yeah.
And then just put a cabinet door over it, and we can find a way to put shelves in there.
Yeah.
And then that way you can still put like random shit in there as time goes on. And then you can add to it if you need to. As time goes on, like, well, I don't need this big ass shelf anymore because I need to put a thing here. Drop that shelf down, bolt that in, and then you can still keep your shelves until that's full.
Yep.
So yeah, there's definitely a lot of options there for you.
Yep.
So yeah.
Got to figure that shit out.
The table for us is going to be easier than your desk, I think.
Oh, yeah. Depends on how elaborate we want to go.
Well, I mean, I thought about putting the computer monitors in it so we can keep an eye on everything.
I mean, that wouldn't be hard to do either.
No, it really wouldn't, because all we'd have to do is make sure that all the plugs are still accessible.
And there's an air vent.
And then, an air vent and everything, and then just put a slanted tray in there and just lay the monitor on top of it.
Yeah.
And if we're using Macs like we have now, just make sure it'll accommodate the curve in the back.
Yeah, or even if we didn't, even if we got, if we did use the Mac Minis, we could have a Mac Mini in there. Make sure there's airflow, but then we could have just regular, HD monitors.
Yeah, just as long as they're flat and just lay them down. Yeah.
We could do
it's the only thing with the Apple that you have here is it's an all-in-one, so it's rounded in the back.
Yeah. But I know this is a shorter episode, but I think we had a pretty good conversation for this.
I think we did, actually, yeah.
Yeah, so welcome to Josh again.
Yeah, welcome, Josh. Everybody show him his support on Instagram, which is at Flatland Podcast.
Yeah, or you could also...
Sorry. Instagram is Flatlands the podcast. Yeah. Twitter is at Flatland.
Yeah.
Podcast. My bad. Or you can email us any suggestions that you want us to talk about, or letters to Josh at Flatland, no S, the podcast at gmail.com. And you can follow us on Podbean, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Podbean app directly, and YouTube now.
Also Spotify.
Yeah, Spotify. I said Podbean twice, didn't I?
You did.
Oh, well.
That's shit that happens.
Yep.
All right. Well,
now we're going to see how Josh does when he starts.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know how good he's going to do.
I don't know either.
Hopefully he does good.
Well, we'll find out. Hopefully he's listening to the other episodes at this time that are already out and focusing. Plus, he's been here on several episodes as a guest.
So he's been able to in person
witness
see
it. Yes.
How that happens. And he's been able to literally...
and he can go back and listen to all of that too.
He's already used to kind of seeing how the podcast is in its raw form before it's edited and posted.
Exactly. So hopefully he can come up with some ideas before his official first day sitting in this room with us and as a host and not a guest.
Yes.
So we will all catch y'all next week on whatever scriptless crap we come up with.
Because we're unscripted.
Hell yeah. And that got sexual. Was not planning on that. I mean, as you bend them shoulders back.
Who knows, dude? My voice to some people may be so sultry and smooth that they use my voice to get off their bed in the morning.
If you do that, if you use his voice, if you use Jonathan's voice to get out of your bed in the morning, contact us. Let us know. We want to know now.
Or you might need to call
I want
a
to know
doctor.
physically. I want to know, but also maybe call your doctor.
Yes. If you keep thinking of my voice for over 4 hours, contact a doctor.
Yeah. If you think about the podcast for 4 hours, you're fine. If you specifically think of Jonathan's voice for 4 hours, consult your doctor immediately.
Yes.
We may have to change your regimen.
Right. We're going to turn you off for a second.
You cannot listen to the next 3 episodes.
Right. Well, actually, you can. I'm not going to say you can't.
True. I'm not either.
Yeah.
You better listen. I wasn't going to say watch, but we're not.
I thought you were about to say you better watch out. You better not cry. You know,
this is not Christmas yet.
I know.
So.
But we are not Hobby Lobby, so we don't do Christmas early.
Yes, this is true, and we also don't have cameras up to put actual video up, but our audio is on
YouTube.
Yeah.
I like how we almost harmonized there. That was hot.
Almost did. Yeah. Neither one of us can sing for shit, but we almost got that.
I can sing if I have tooting, if I tune my voice, but that's cheating. So
yeah, that is. But look how many celebrities actually do it too.
Yes, this is true. But all right, well, thank you everyone for listening to Flatlands, the podcast. I'm Jonathan.
And I am Stefan.
Oh, Stefan today. Oh. Well, if anyone's listening and they're interested in Stefan, the way you're sitting there, let's just say he's open for business. But
I think we're going to end this here. We will catch y'all next time.
See you later.